So after 13 hours of the most uncomfortable bus ride I've ever been on, finally here in Byron. I just went for my first swim in the ocean in probably about 6 months because it has been damn cold back home in Wollongong. Look at these pristine beaches. God damn, this is what my next month is gonna look like, if not better than this. Fancy seeing you here.
How's the pickup service?
This is day 2 on my trip here in Byron, and I'm with one of my best friends, Chantel. She moved up here about 2 months ago. What persuaded you to move up here to Byron? Like, what's so great about this area?
Probably the land. Everything around here is so beautiful.
Yeah, so much nature. Like, look where I'm walking through right now. Beautiful bit of Aussie bushland. But anyway, bit of a spontaneous adventure to a waterfall because I got a couple of hours to kill this morning. Finding a balance between enjoying the moment and capturing the moment. And I find that if I don't capture the moment, I often regret it because I don't have an opportunity to look back upon it and it just remains a memory. So for the most part, I find myself basically recording and documenting everything that happens because if I don't, I end up regretting it. And that's why I pretty much have my camera with me everywhere that I go. So the sun is setting on another day in Byron. Cool little spot here. We got all sorts of tourists from all around, hanging out, soaking up the afternoon rays. Early rise this morning, and if you know me, you know that I am not a morning person whatsoever. But when you've got this kind of view to play with, I think it's quite worthwhile. So right now, I'm walking to the most easterly point of Australia, Cape Byron Lighthouse. It's a pretty mundane sunrise, to be honest. There's some nice tones on the horizon, but it's pretty average for the most part. I'm gonna set up a time lapse either way, get that sun popping up over the horizon, and as soon as it does, send the drone up for that golden morning light shining down on the lighthouse and the headland. So here I am cruising along the cycle path. This is the first time I've ever ridden a cruiser style bike like this, which is kind of ironic considering I've ridden BMX and mountain bikes my whole life, literally since I've been able to walk. So it's a bit of a new experience for me. I actually feel really kooky right now. This does not feel comfortable to ride. It's, I'd say just about the biggest plus is that the seat has cushioning and suspension, so I can sit down, and if it gets a bit bumpy, it's not too bad, but for the most part, this thing is pretty shit to ride. It has got a terrible pedaling ratio. It's single speed. The front brake is on the right, which is actually the opposite to what I'm used to. And it has back pedal brakes. So all in all, it's a bit of a sketchy ride, but it's far more efficient. I also forgot to mention by far my favorite feature of this bike. Oh yeah, boy! After a brief bike ride, I've arrived here at my destination for this afternoon shoot, Watergo Beach. And no pun intended, but what a spot. Look at this bay sitting behind me, this beautiful beach, and some incredibly expensive property up there on the hill just beneath the Byron Bay Lighthouse. So this morning, I actually did some ocean kayaking out on these waters, but for obvious reasons, I couldn't take my camera. So I'm gonna send the drone out and get a couple of shots to add to my end of trip reel. My brief few days in Byron has come to an end, and I'm about to hop on this here Greyhound bus up to Surfers Paradise on the Gold Coast, which is about 2 hours away. It's been a pretty fun couple of days, pretty random actually. I've met so many cool people from all over the world and just had a pretty chilled out time. As per usual, make sure you subscribe and turn on them post notifications because I drop a new video every Wednesday and they're only going to be getting more and more adventurous and exciting as I head up north throughout the coast.